I extend you a very warm welcome to this discussion on the solutions of the JEE main papers. In this part, we are taking up the paper which was conducted on the 6th September in the morning shift, and the subject of discussion is the physics paper. Let's start with question number 1. Question 1 is about the potential energy expression. Let's read the question. It says, if the potential energy between two molecules is given by U is equal to minus A divided by r to the power 6 plus B divided by r to the power 12, then at equilibrium, separation between molecules and the potential energy R. Clearly, the question is from the topic work, energy and power, and in fact, it is related to the expression for U as a function of the separation between two particles. The expression for force in fact is minus du by dr. So, for finding the separation in equilibrium, we put du by dr as 0, because that will make sure that the force between the molecules is 0. And after doing that, the value of r that we get, we can take that value and put it in the expression for U and find the potential energy with that separation between the molecules. So, with that, let us start first of all by putting du by dr as 0, and if we do that, we have putting du by dr as 0, what do we get? So, the derivative of the first term with respect to r is minus A into minus 6 divided by r to the power 7, and for the second term it is minus 12 B divided by r to the power 13, and let us put it to 0 because this is the equilibrium separation. Solving for r, what we get is r to the power 6 is coming out as 12b divided by 6a or 2b divided by a. So, that is as far as the expression for the equilibrium separation is concerned. Of course, to find r, we need to take power of 1 by 6 on the right hand side. So, the equilibrium separation then comes out as r is equal to 2b divided by a raised to the power 1 by 6. So, one part of the question is done. We also have to find the expression for the potential energy in that case. So, let us put r to the power 6 as 2b by a in the expression for the potential energy, and that will give us the potential energy at equilibrium separation U as minus a divided by r to the power 6, and we have seen r to the power 6 is 2b divided by a. Let us put it there. So, this is minus a divided by 2b divided by a and plus b divided by r to the power 12. So, r to the power 6 is 2b by a. So, r to the power 12 would be 4b square divided by a square. So, let us put it here as 4b square divided by a square, and what is it equal to? Clearly, it is equal to in fact minus of a square divided by 4b. So, if we look at the two answers, clearly option 3 is matching with our solution. So, the question is done. Let us now go to question number 2. And question number 2 says a satellite is in an elliptical orbit around a planet P. It is observed that the velocity of the satellite when it is farthest from the planet is 6 times less than that when it is closest to the planet. The ratio of distances between the satellite and the planet at closest and farthest points is. Well, the question is on the topic gravitation, and the concept of conservation of angular momentum is involved here. So, we know that the angular momentum of the satellite about the planet or the center of the planet is conserved, because the line of action of the gravitational force will pass through the planet. So, that being so, we can say here that V1 R1 is equal to V2 R2. Okay? R1 and R2, let's say, are the nearest and the farthest distances of the satellite from the planet, and V1 and V2 are the speeds at these values of separation. Let me draw a diagram also. The diagram will make it more clear. So, this is the elliptical path. Let us say that the planet is here, and let us call this distance as R1. At this point the speed is V1, and at this point, which is at distance R2, the speed is V2. So, V1 into R1 is equal to V2 into R2 by conserving angular momentum. Now, the question is asking us to find R1 divided by R2. So, we have to find R1 divided by R2, that is equal to V2 divided by V1. According to the question, this ratio is 1 by 6. So, let us put it as 1 by 6, and that means the first option is the correct option for this question. Let us now go to question number 3. Question 3 says an object of mass m is suspended at the end of a massless wire of length L and area of cross section A. Young's modulus of the material of the wire is y. If the mass is pulled down slightly, its frequency of oscillation along the vertical direction is, and the 4 options are given. Well, the question combines the concepts of elasticity and oscillation, in fact SHM. Let us depict the situation with the help of a small diagram. The wire is suspended like this. Let us say it is suspended from the ceiling, and there is this object or particle of mass m suspended here. The mass of the wire is to be neglected. The length is L, the Young's modulus is y, and the area of cross section is A. Now, if we imagine that it is displaced from its equilibrium position vertically by distance x, the restoring force is going to act, and the expression for the restoring force in fact is coming out as y into A into x divided by L, where x is the displacement of the particle from its mean position. Now, if we take care of the sign also, we can put a minus sign here because it is a restoring force, and that gives us m into d2x by dt square, the net force on the particle. In fact, the restoring force on the particle is coming out as minus y a x divided by L, and this now gives us the expression for the angular frequency of the oscillation. We can now put the angular frequency omega as under root of y a divided by m into L. And to find the frequency, we need to divide omega by 2 pi. So, we have frequency which is equal to omega by 2 pi. So, we put 1 by 2 pi as another factor. Now, we have the expression for the angular frequency, or rather the frequency of oscillation of this object. Let us now check the options, and if we look at the options, well, it is clearly matching with option 2. So, option 2 is correct for this particular question. It is time now to go to question number 4.